painting the negative space of our project. So in my example here, you can see my negative space would be the hand. And remember, if you decorated the inside of your hand, the negative space would be all the area around it. Now to do so, we're going to use these fun neon temper cakes. And to kind of remind you, we first need to just activate them by kind of putting some water on each one, kind of swirl it around in little circles on it. These sometimes you may have to paint over an area twice to get it really, really dark and vibrant, or just spend an extra second kind of spinning around on the temper cake before you go to your paper. So, you're the artist. You could simply just start painting it one color at a time. I want it to try to remind you to go slow when you get to the edges, to try to keep that color just in that negative space. So again, if I want that to be a little more opaque, not so see-through, I can just go back to my color and go over it a second time. Okay, keep in mind though, you don't want to get too much water on your paper because it could start to tear. But if you do want to try to encourage your colors to mix a little more, you could almost put a little bit of water on an area first. So let's say that kind of in here, I want a few colors to mix. Then I can go while it's wet, kind of start tapping it on, quickly clean my brush, go to another color, kind of add some of that in there. And if I do it when it's all kind of wet, you can see then it will kind of start to swirl and mix into each other a little bit. If I want to really get those colors to mix, I can just create these little kind of circles on it as I go. But I'm going to want to let that dry a little bit. You can see it's really kind of dark in some of those spots. So just be kind of on the lookout for when your paper is telling you that it's getting too wet, then you'll just want to give it a little bit of time to kind of dry back. But you can see I'm just kind of slowly working with these different colors and trying my best to stay in the lines. Again, you can mix these colors, but I would want you to do it right on the paper and not on these temper circles since we're sharing those. Let's say I want to try to make a purple finger. Gonna have to be kind of quick about this so that way the colors mix with each other while they're still wet. But you can see I was just able to make a cool purple finger there. So I hope you have fun, kind of take it slow, experiment mixing these different colors. By all means too, you could kind of let it dry and then come back and add some dots or different designs with your paint as well. But for the most part, we're just trying to get lots of color in these areas to really kind of create some more emphasis in our work, to have people really pay attention to that cool hand and that negative space. So I'll just continue to work on mine until I get it all filled up. I wanted to pause for a moment just to show you one that was finished. Here is that double hand one I was starting with. You can see I tried to challenge myself to do all those kind of cool darker colors on one side and then those brighter warm colors on the other. When you do get it all of your negative space painted up, just let me know and then we'll put it on the drying rack. Then just simply clean your brush and your water cup. Don't forget to try that hand test, making sure you get all the color out. Once all the color's out, spike a tear up, put the brush back where you got it from, and then you can move on to a choice. Have fun.